Hello, 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 everybody. Listen, we haven't been around for a while, but we've been around. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. I know let me explain why things are happening the way they're happening. When we went out to people and said, send us videos in, and we told them stay under 20, well, some people, especially our deaf family, when they're doing it, they don't do sign language for like 20 minutes. The most I get is 5 or 6. I didn't know that. There's no way for me to know that. I don't understand it, because I'm learning about how that works. Well, then they came in, and I kept thinking, am I going to get more? Am I going to get less? So it's getting towards the time where I got to post something, and I would post it. And yes, they're very short. I started to combine them. I know people saying I come for, and it's only 5 minutes. Listen, I'm going to take all of them from here on out, and if they're short, I'll combine them so that it'll work out. The other thing is, I was doing this, and it was suggested by Chris, so that we can start shining on other people. I believe, and I've said this, I did a video last night by myself about me, my journey of why I'm passive and why Ask Mufara. And it's explained exactly why. But the thing was that we were doing that, then we're getting different languages. Well, making these videos was a little more difficult than I thought. I'm going to explain why. And we have closed captions, so our deaf family will be able to watch what I'm saying. When they send a video and they're doing the sign language, and then they send a text to go with it, the text is much shorter than the sign language. Now, either they're saying more in the sign language than they are in the text, or that's just the way it is. In other words, I could take English, a paragraph, put it into Google Translate, into Hindi, and Hindi might be a whole page longer with the same content. So matching the two is very difficult. And that's what I've been trying to do. But keep in mind, we're not running or hiding. I love, and I'm going to say this again, and I don't use this word that easily. I love Onpassive. I love Mr. Mufara, and I fell in love with thousands of people around the world. I love Chris Johnson. Yeah, we mess with each other, but that's why. If you had two brothers that were brothers, they mess with each other. Yeah, I do it every chance I can. And every chance he gets to get me, he does. The other day, I'm going to say it right out in the open. I text Ash, hey, people want to say happy birthday. He's really busy, everybody. Okay. Ash is there working like a madman. And I text him real quick and didn't proofread what I said. And I said, Ash, if you have a chance, and at that time we were going into Minnows. I said, would you like to poop in Minnows webinar? Now, of course, I didn't read it. It's supposed to be pop in. So a couple minutes later, I get a response. And he said, what? And as soon as he said what, I said, I'm in trouble. Because I know he's going to tell Chris Johnson. And I thought, maybe he'll give me mercy and not. But no, he didn't. He went right to him, and Chris blasted me from 1 second later. But I'm going to give you the truth. I'd have done the same thing if it was reversed. So I'm not looking like I don't deserve it. I deserve it. Anyway, it's all in fun. But I love you all. We weren't trying to get out of something. I'm the type of person, there's been a little bit of a lull in Onpassive. We're waiting for Ash to patch up the ship, get it painted, veer it to the direction he wants to go, and then come out, call us onto the deck, and explain to us exactly what happened. That's coming, okay? Now, yes, we know he said by the end of the month, okay? It's the 17th. We've got almost 2 weeks. Let's not panic. If we don't see Ash, I'm going to tell you this again. That means he's working even harder. And let's remember, I know this is going to be a total mind blowing thing to hear. Ash has a life, he has family, he has things going on, and he has to address those things. We know that, sad to hear that he lost a nephew. And I believe that Ash is not only the person we go to, but I think a lot of his family. He is the matriarch or whatever you want to call it. So keep that in mind, okay? He's not walking anyway, running away. He tells us every time he's on, you trust, you have faith, I will deliver. It's that simple. You trust, have faith, I will deliver. You will be amazed at what I'm about to share with you. So I don't know about you. I believe everything he says. I would follow him anywhere. I've been looking for Ash and this company all my life. All my life. I've met people, but I want to tell you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I don't know all of the products that might come out and how they're going to be and all that. I know this: no one will be as good if you compare it to another. I believe this with all my heart. I know without a doubt that they will be above market value, and I believe they will be easier to buy at a lower price than anybody on the planet. And I believe and I know he's going to share the revenue that comes into the company with us. What more do we need? He's the one clearing the land. He's laying the cement. We're just walking behind, whistling down the yellow brick road. So let's keep the faith, keep moving forward. And I just want to let you know, I talk with Chris every day. Maybe we do a live, whatever. Here's what I'm going to do. And is going to come in a minute. I'm going to take a lot of the short ones that are due for the next week. I'll combine them together and make longer ones. I want to tell everyone, especially the deaf community, listen, if you send in a video and you try to send in text to go with it, it doesn't match up. I have to actually take the words you send and run it through a rephraser. It's an app that's online. I had to purchase it because it will take what you put in, it'll fix the grammar, it will extend it, or it can make it shorter. And with sign language and actual words, it doesn't match up. So please keep that in mind. And one thing I want to tell you, you don't need to give us the words, because here's what I really want for our deaf community. I want other deaf people to know there's a place to go, that there's a home for them. Okay? So when we make these videos, grab it. The very end of each video says what? Please subscribe to my channel. Not my channel, your channel. That's what they're going to see. So take it. You can download it. You can put it. You can go whatever you want to do with it. But think now of how you can start building the business of a lifetime. I said this the other day over the weekend, both days in a row, and last night. Of course, I'm going to beat a dead horse. The whole journey of our life. I don't care what you're doing. You're a surgeon. You're a carpenter. You work in an auto industry like Chris. You need tools. You want to be able to reach back and grab a tool that you need. In MLM or online online businesses, they don't give you the tool or the box. They say, you're going to be a millionaire. Good luck. And then once they get you in, you find out how alone you really are. Make a list. So you go make a list, you burn your family and friends. Now what? So anyway, that goes on and on and on. But in Onpassive, what Ash did, and keep this in mind, he made a gold toolbox. And in that box is everything that we missed and couldn't do online by ourselves. I'm not saying you can't drive traffic, but I am going to tell you, in order to get targeted traffic driven, it's going to take you a few years if you're working, because I did it full time and it took me a long time. It would take me 3 months to make an ad that worked and was cost effective. Yeah, you could go do an ad and make $7 a lead. Now, a lead means somebody clicks on it, doesn't mean they're coming in and doesn't mean they're buying. To get it down to under $1, a lot of work. And let me tell you what it's like. You ever play darts? Imagine playing darts and the board's moving. The dart board's moving. Ash has given us that. He's given us darts that follow the moving target and hit it every time. Bullseye every time. Targeted traffic, AI targeted traffic. It's in our toolbox. We get the toolbox. That's the business. Everything in that toolbox, you grab it and you can blow this business up. Now, why would you want to wait around and do nothing? You get a page, you say, oh, this is beautiful. Maybe add a little bit of you. And I want to tell you something. When everybody says, oh, I can't do that, that's for Marty and Chris and Michael Williams and bull crap. I had a discussion about this last night. When we're young, our mind has no barriers. What do you want to be when you grow up, Marty? I want to be a surgeon. No, there's no doubt in my mind. Every little kid can. I want to be a teacher. I want to be an astronaut. I want to fly jets. I want to be like Jacques Cousteau and go to the bottom of the ocean. Not only are they saying it, they believe it. But as time goes on in our lives, that big wide open space, it's all in here, by the way, that big wide open space gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Somewhere around 25, 30, you start to go, uh-oh, I have a fence. I have a wall. Now, how big that wall is and how thick it is, you made that. I don't deserve to go over there. Ask Mufara, knock down the walls. It doesn't mean you know it's gone, but you need to learn with Onpassive, the wall is gone. There is no wall, which goes back to the pig story. Even when they took the electric fence down, pigs are smart. They walked up to where it used to be. So I'm not crossing this. That fried my gonads the last time I touched that, whatever that is. And you could talk to the pig all day and tell him it's not there. And he's going, yeah, right. Why did I smell bacon last time I hit it? But anyway, what I'm saying is, once you know the potential and that it's possible, it's over. That's what I drive. That's what Chris drives. That's what any good guider, I'm not going to say leader, people that guide, we want you to see at a different level. And every time you do that, you share that with somebody else. Because you could be an Onpassive. There's a million people on Onpassive, whatever it is. But how many of those people is Onpassive in them? You can tell the difference. You know somebody that's got Onpassive in them. Work on that. Let's work on that together. Because I'm telling you, I'm going to give you an example. If you believe it's possible, you, not me, you believe it's possible, it changes everything. Prime example. Before 1954, Roger Bannister, before 1954, the 4-minute mile was said by doctors, the physiology of a person cannot. It's just, it will never happen. They'll never break a 4-minute mile. So everybody that ran put it in their head, okay, there's a wall. I can run 401, 402, 403. I'm not going to be able to do under 4 because they told me I can't. In 1954, Roger Bannister said he's running, and whatever happened, he ran faster. And he broke the 4-minute mile mark. And everybody went, holy cow, that's not possible. Let me tell you what happens when you break the barrier of possibility. 353 people broke the 4-minute mile in the next 2 decades. Why? Because he did. When I came online, I saw successful people. What did I think? It's possible. And if it's possible, I can do it. That's what you have to have, that mentality. If it's possible and he did it, I can do it. I know people say, well, he's educated. He went to college for 4 years. He's got a doctorate degree. Listen to me. Most likely not to the head in high school, okay? But when I got into reality, I drove myself from the negativity of you can't. That was my drive. Oh, I can't? Well, you can't do that. You don't have a degree. You can't do that. You don't have a degree. I moved all the way up to manager of half the company. And then when the company folded, they picked me out of 300 people. They picked 3, 4, 5 of us, and I was one of them. And I traveled around the world and met all these people. Why? Because I knew I could. It doesn't mean I'm better. I put in my head, I can. And I want to tell everybody, the hardest part of MLM and why people tell you no is because you told them to say no. And you're going to go, I never told anybody to say no. No, but when you walk up to them and you don't believe in you, they see it. And they look and go, the frick is this guy all nervous about? What's he selling me a stolen watch? Automatically you're done. When success settles in to everybody here, you're going to walk taller. Your skin's going to be clearer. You're going to have a little bounce to your step. And people will come to you and want to have whatever drug you're on. And the drug we're on is Onpassive. I'm just saying. Look at Narelle's here. Look at that. Anyway, you're supposed to be in bed. I just put her to sleep, so we're good. But I just wanted to add all this. Yeah, I love what's going on. We're fine. We still got a couple weeks. If you want to send in a video under 20 minutes and talk about yourself, we don't want a video doing a webinar on how Onpassive works, okay? So do that. I'm going to turn it over to Chris.
Yeah, I had a couple people had sent me some messages about it was only 2 minutes long. Listen, I don't care if it's 30 seconds to 20 minutes. Those people are talking to their community, as Marty said, as we said last week. It's not a personal thing. We literally are going through thousands of people, not just us. You got Jeffrey Morlock doing it, Julie Wen, Narelle's doing it, Comfort, the OTEC. We're literally going through thousands of people just to show their face and why they're in Onpassive. Whether you're deaf, whether you're blind, it doesn't matter. We want people to see you. Marty's right. Records are broken every day. And I don't know about you. I get told every single day by my family, by some of my friends, that ain't never going to happen. The world was built on that ain't never going to happen. That's how you got to think. Everything is possible, literally everything, especially with the technology that we have today, especially with the technology Ash Mafara is going to be coming out with. The golden toolbox, Marty said. I kind of like that. Kind of kooky, but I like it. But this is what it's all about. But we are trying to literally get every single founder. Now, I will say this. India, Bangladesh, 2 of my favorite countries. Where's your videos? Where I got Ava. I know Ava's coming on. I need some more India and Bangladesh. I want Marty working not 6 hours a day, but 12 hours a day. And I want to give Marty a huge shout out because, guys, this is not easy. For Marty He's on that computer all day doing these videos, downloading, uploading, cutting. It is a lot of work. Believe it or not, by not us doing lives every day, it gives him the opportunity to do more in the morning where I can go for a bike ride. But it is a lot of work. Marty basically is the computer guy. I'm the talker as far as getting out people, getting their attention. Hey, we need you to do this. Gailing Matters called me the other day, and she's like, "Well, Chris, you're shy. We don't care if you're shy. We just want you to get out there." Okay, that's really the main thing about it. And like I said, if it's 2 minutes long or 20 minutes long, I don't care. But to be honest, the shorter is better. To the individual, I won't say this person's name, who said something in the chat today. The video was 2 to 3 minutes long. All right. I don't think it wasted much of your time. 2 to 3 minutes, where I've heard people say, oh, that was 50 minutes, way too long. It doesn't matter to us how long it is. As long as we're getting your face and we're shining the light on you to get you out to your community and your world. And yeah, Ash Mafara is working his butt off right now. And how we know that is because if we text him and he doesn't answer, we know he's busy. All right. I know people want us to come on here and tell them what they want to hear. We don't always have information like that. So we thought about shining the light or in the chair or conversation by getting people out while Ash is doing all the hard work. Marty, you're chirping away there, Marty. But that's what he does all day. All right. Yeah. I'm on the phone with Marty DeGarmo pretty much most of the day. And we're discussing strategies, how we want to do this. After we see some of the comments, I called him. He said, I'm going to start combining things, make it a little longer. And that's okay. Marty could do magic on YouTube and cut things in and out. But if that's what you want, we do. We're here to keep you happy and to keep you glowing, not upset anyone. But don't get upset if someone comes on and does a 2-minute speech, whether it's in sign language or speaking a different language. We don't care. India, if you start sending us videos, it's going to be in your language. If you want to do it in Hindi, do it in Hindi because you are talking to India. Germany, French, Italian, you're talking to your community. Listen, this really isn't meant for the founders. This is meant for the rest of the world to see, what are these people talking about? All right. I told you there's 70 million deaf founders in this world. I can go to each country and get the population and let you know why you should be shining the light. I mean, India is huge. Bangladesh is huge. Germany's huge. Italy's huge. And if I actually broke down the numbers, and I might do that tomorrow, break down how many people are actually in a certain country. And maybe you have 200 people in a passive that are, say, for Germany. That's hypothetical. I don't know the number. And you find out they got hypothetically 100 million people. Don't you want to get yourself out there talking to your country? That's why we do this. But it does free us up a lot of time to get more done, more videos. We got to check our emails, our messengers, our telegrams, our WhatsApp, our Instagrams, because they come from every direction. And then we got to try to figure out how to get it to Marty's email. So the best way to do it is if you make a video. If you do a short video, it can actually work through Facebook Messenger. All right. But if it's 9 or 10 minutes longer, it's got to go to your Dropbox, and then you got to send it to Marty's email on passivenation@gmail.com. And just be patient. He goes through these things every single day, and we got a lot of them. So, but we are going to do the best we can to make it easier for you. We'll combine some more. But like I said, if it's 2 minutes long, and if my mornings have been busy, I got a lot of doctor's appointments going on. And when someone says it's only 2 minutes long, guess what? I got time. I sit on the toilet more than 2 minutes a day. So don't complain if it's 2 minutes long. I think the lady and the deaf community, I give them a big hand, because if you think about it, we haven't heard them at all in the last 3-4 years, but a few people. Lenore Johnson did an excellent one the other day. Go on the tubes and look at hers. She actually had the wording, and it worked out really good. So I would ask the deaf community, if you want to do one, ask Lenore how to do it. I'm sure she can explain how to do it, and hers came out really good. But it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you do it. You remember Michael Williams used to say, just get in? Same thing for Shine the Light. Just get in. Don't worry about listen, a lot of people got a fear. Oh my God, if I do this, they're all good. There isn't a bad one because you're talking about yourself. All right. And who knows you better than you? So you're not going to make a mistake. Easy. You're before Onpassive, when you got into Onpassive, and what you want to do after Onpassive. It's pretty simple to do, and it's fun. And we get you out there to your country, your community, and it goes like that. Now, like I said, we have quite a few people doing this. We do have 360 tomorrow. We don't know what time it could be on. We don't know. We tell Ash now because he's so busy. You let us know if he wants to come on, and we'll set up that time. So 360 can happen at just about any time. We try to keep it to the same schedule. But, of course, Ash's schedule is through the roof, and we would love for him to come on. Sometimes he can't come on. He'll text Marty 2 minutes before we're going through our lives, and I can't make it. I can't get out of this meeting. And what's he doing in that meeting? He is fighting and working toward all of us to make sure it's right. People are saying, oh, what's taking so long again? Listen, I don't like making mistakes. When you rush things where there's so many mistakes made, and that's what Ash Mafara is literally looking at everything, reading through everything to make sure there's no mistakes. And then he goes over it with his teams. Let's make sure there's no mistakes. Let's make sure this works. He's thorough. Okay? So be patient. Hang on. Have faith. And I want to shoot out to Milo. Is doing a lot better. Marty texted him this morning. I know he was in the hospital with heart and breathing problems. I guess he's doing really good today. I seen a chat with him. So Milo, we're still praying for you. Robin Noble is going through some cancer issues, and they're serious. She needs some prayers. So please say prayers for Robin. We've got, I'm trying to think of Chloe, Julie Pierre's daughter. She has a brain tumor. She's going through some serious stuff. And who's our buddy, the basketball player? Henry. Harold Fox. Say some prayers for his granddaughter. She needs a lot of help too. And anyone, if I miss you, I don't mean to miss you, but I literally have a list on my computer saying what's going on. People send me prayers all the time. Cynthia Hopkins is in and out of the hospital. She's extremely tired. Pray for her. And everyone else that keeps sending me prayers. I get a lot, but I love doing it. I love calling it out because I know my Onpassive family gets behind us 100%, regardless what your religion, and they get out and they pray and they think about them, and that's all they need. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to Marty DeGarmo, to the founders, to Ash Mafara, for keep doing what we're doing. We will try to pop on like this. We're also going to be doing separates because we want to keep you attentive. Listen, they're all recorded. You don't ever have to get on when we're live. Everything is recorded and it's shared out. We do ask that you like and subscribe to all the YouTube channels because right now, this channel we're on goes out to a bunch, 17, 18 channels when we do 360. When something is happening and we get informed that we could say something, these are the channels that we're going to be posting the live on, letting you know what's going on. So it is very important. And hit the bell. I always forget that. Listen, Marty tries to teach me YouTube every day. He's a genius at it. I'm getting there, but not so fast. But like, subscribe, and hit the bell. That way, if something comes up, it'll pop up on your bullet points on your phone, which I get about 100 million a day, and pay attention to what we're saying. Today is just a little directional of what's going on about Shine the Light in the Chair conversation with Julie, and just we're trying to keep you informed. Listen, let me say one more thing. I seen the last couple days we've been doing the recordings. People say, "Whoa, we miss Marty and Chris." We appreciate that. But imagine if Marty and Chris just didn't say nothing. Imagine if Marty and Chris and Red and Julie, all of a sudden we just stopped talking. What would you think? This is why, and this is the man who instilled that into my heart is sitting right next to me on this computer. We have to keep letting people know not only what's going on, but to keep them excited about it. This is why we do this. And I believe 100%. If we all stopped talking, you'd all be worried. You'd all forget it. Like the people in 2018. A lot of them just disappeared. We don't even know where they're at. They'll come out though. But if we actually stop talking and doing what we're doing, people will get worried. They get upset. We don't want anyone to be upset. We want you to let you know that this journey is still going on. The hard work and dedication from Ash Mafara, his family, and his teams is going on. Myself, Marty, Red, Julie, Michael, Comfort, Tech Pros, Jeffrey Morlock, anyone that's doing a webinar. If I forgot your name, I'm sorry. We are here, and this is why we do this every day, to keep you excited, to keep you informed. Do we always have the information you want to hear? No, we don't. But when Ash Mafara comes on in the past, in the last couple, about a month ago, he said that he will inform everything that was happening, what's going on. All right. I have 100% faith in his words and what he's going to do. And sometimes there's a lot of other things going on. He can't talk about it right now, whether it's legal or he doesn't want to get in trouble in any way. So he's got to go through his lawyers and his teams. Can I say this? No. Can I say that? Yes, you could say that. So it's a complicated thing. Social media is a very dangerous place. If you say the wrong thing and everyone knows, it gets out, people can cut it and do whatever they want. That's one thing Ash Mafara does not want to do. So I love you. Marty loves you. We're here to help you. We will do some pop-on lives here and there, separately, together. We don't care. We just want to keep you excited about the greatest freaking company in the world. Marty DeGarbo, back to you.
Fantastic. I think we made our point. We're here for you. We just want to emphasize that. And like Chris said, Ash will have the link. We'll shoot for 2:00. Shoot for 2:00. If he says anything different, we'll change it. As soon as we know, you'll know. But yeah, it will be tomorrow, scheduled for 2:00. If that doesn't work with Ash and he does want to be there, he will contact us and say, no, try to do 12 if we have to. It doesn't matter. He might even say 3. I don't know. But yeah, so that's always open. For everybody out there, if you would like to shine the light, a couple things Chris and myself will do too. We'll come on and do a live chit chat like we do, and then add a shorter video at the end of our live. That way you guys can watch it. It's part of the program, and you're already here, so I think it'd be great for the shorter ones. But for everybody out there, I don't care what language. I don't even care what language. If you send me maximum, it's better if it's 10 minutes or less, but 10 minutes or less if you can, and you send in any language you want, just a headshot, which is from here up, and send a 10-minute video, better on PC, but if you can't, use your phone. Send it to onpassivenation@gmail.com. If you're on Facebook, you can send it to Chris on Messenger. But the point is, when you send it, make sure, don't worry about me understanding or not understanding. I have an AI thing that will translate whatever language it is. And don't worry about people not getting it, especially my deaf community. Oh, I got to put text in there. You really don't. This is for you to use. Okay, you can grab it and take off. You can use it. But anybody, German, Belgium, France, England, Japan, we've got deaf people from Mexico, but I don't care, India, Africa, send it 10 minutes or less, who you are, and the story of you. Who are you? Whatever you feel comfortable with. How did you find out about Onpassive? Why are you staying here? And what is it you want Onpassive to do for you? That's very simple. You put it in and I'll doctor it up. I'll add the language in your language if I can. This AI thing covers a lot of languages, and we'll put it out there. I will let you know through Chris or the email. Okay, this is going to air on this certain date. Things will change a little bit when we get to things are moving. The site's back up. We're doing okay. We won't be able to do as much, but I've already got it planned with Chris. We will be able to do it on the side and fill in different times. Okay, so I want to try to keep doing it, but for right now, we just filled in an area because I believe, Ash believes, Chris believes, many believe, that the power of this company, the main power, is all of you. We are the wind beneath the wings of Mr. Mifar and the company. Anyway, thank you very much. Chris, you have any more? You're muted.
This is Chris Johnson and Marty DeGarmo, and we approve of this message.
And we approve of this message. All right, see you all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Happy